Everybody, and happy Tuesday. It's the 10th of May today, and I have sort of scheduled to start filming again sort of like post holiday as of today, and have a little bit of a chat to you about sort of like what's been going on, because I have sort of like changed things somewhat. I'm currently sat in my van, broken down, awaiting the AA, which is not a very great start. I have a lot of things that I have planned that I need to do for work and stuff, so this is a major hiccup, but I'm sort of like trying to put some positive energy out there that it's going to be a really easy fixable problem. We've just got to hope. So hopefully in the next hour I'll have the AA with me, and hopefully they'll be able to fix it. Basically, I've got quite a severe tapping sound coming from my engine whenever I accelerate. I had planned to come to IKEA anyway. I'm on my way home. I had a hair appointment. I did some work this morning. Went to my hair appointment. Planned to pop into here because I needed to have a look at some bits and bobs and get some things planned. But just as I was pulling off of the exit of the motorway to come here, I was like, what on earth is that? At first I thought I had a flat tire. It was kind of that sound. If anybody's have a flat tire, you'll totally know what I mean, because instantly you're like, oh my god, that sounds horrific. But it's coming from the engine, so it's like one problem after another. So the day before I was going on holiday, I think it was actually in the last thing that I filmed, I did like a vlog, and the washing machine was making a really loud noise, and I just assumed it was the rinse mode and that there's maybe something in somebody's pocket in the washing machine, and it wasn't. It was my washing machine breaking. So that broke the day before I went away. I had a really lovely time on holiday though. It was a much needed break, and just a nice little sort of like break from the same routine. And then yeah, just had a really lovely time. It was a gorgeous place. It was mid Wales. I decided not to, I kind of took my camera with me because I was in two minds whether I was going to film or I was going to have a little bit of a social like a filming break, or just a break from my phone altogether. Did a couple of things on my stories, shared a few things with everybody, but predominantly I was just kind of kicking back, relaxing, and not sort of like trying to not be on my phone very much. Or not that there's anything wrong with that, but I do spend a lot of time online with work and obviously my hobbies and everything like that, so it was nice just to have a little bit of a break. I did manage to go on one really lovely walk up a mountain that was very close to where we were staying. We just set off from where we were staying, and it was definitely a rude awakening to the fact that my fitness has dropped significantly, so definitely need to do something about that. And as I'm broken down, I just thought, I'm really pleased I brought my camera with me. I thought, do you know what, I'm going to catch up with everybody and explain about what's been going on and how I'm feeling and how I'm doing and whatnot. So I guess we'll just start off with today. So I woke up and I had some granola with some strawberries and some oat milk. I had an oat milk coffee. On my way home from, well, probably about 20 minutes ago, I had a banana. And that's it for food and drink so far today, but things are going to change somewhat because over the course, I think probably of the last couple of weeks, I've decided that I don't think calorie counting and weighing out my food and things like that, I think I'm just a little bit done with it for now. I'm not going to say forever, because I'm a firm believer in you've just got to sort of like work with what's working for you right now, and maybe some point in the future I'll come back to calorie counting, or I'll come back to macro counting. I don't know, so I've just got to work with what feels right at this moment in time. So for the last sort of like, I didn't really track, I think I tracked the first couple of days when I was on holiday, but for the majority of it I was sort of like being mindful about what I was eating, making sure my portion sizes were good, and you know, all that kind of thing. And it just kind of occurred to me that I was really done with weighing out my food and counting all my calories and counting all my macros and stuff. So at the moment I am mindful eating, intuitive eating, whatever you want to sort of like call it. So basically I'm not counting my calories and weighing out my foods. I'm not tracking on NutriCheck or MyFitnessPal. I have actually been jotting down what I've been eating in a notes, just a notes app on my phone. Nothing special, just literally if I have a coffee I just write coffee, and it takes me like 10 seconds or something. And I am feeling very free, but I have noticed myself actually trying to listen to my body. I think when I was counting my calories, and I don't know if anybody else got into this sort of like habit, but I certainly did, where I'd look and I'd think, you know, I've got sort of like maybe so many calories, and rather than think about how hungry I was, I'd think about how many calories I had for that meal. So if I was weighing something out, I'd be like, oh, I can afford to have this much, but maybe I wasn't actually that hungry. And sometimes as well, if I had gone over my calories sort of like halfway through the day, I'd kind of think, well, what's the point in continuing to track? I've kind of ruined it for myself. And I know that's a really silly way of thinking, but that's just how my mind works. I haven't got my, I don't think I have anyway. No, I haven't got my tripod, so I'm like holding my camera and it's hurting my hand. So sorry if I'm continuously moving you guys around. And so far, I have to say, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm kind of, it's allowing me to sort of like think a little bit more about how hungry I am. And I think at this moment in time as well, I'm being a little bit apprehensive with my portion sizes, just to sort of like, it's just naturally making me think a little bit more about what I'm eating. That's really, which is really good. I did actually do a post-holiday weigh-in. So Monday the 15th, which was yesterday, I was it the 15th? No, Monday the 9th of May, was 15 stone 4 pounds. I think that is a 3 pound gain from my very last weigh-in. Forgive me if that's wrong, I've got the worst memory, so I can't say for sure right now. But this morning I weighed in at 15 stone 1.2. So what's that? Like a 3.10, no, 3.9, I don't know. 3 pound loss so far. And I think a lot of that is probably just maybe water, de-bloating and that kind of thing. But I do feel really good about this sort of intuitive, mindful way, this mindful approach to my weight loss. I know that I flip back and forth between things, but in all honesty, I just feel like my journey is taking me in whatever direction I need to go in. And you've just got to sometimes trust the process and trust the fact that you have come to the end of the road with something, and you know something else is gonna work better for you, and not feel silly about how many times you switch and change. And I was saying this to somebody recently, I think on Instagram, about you can have a fresh start every day. You don't have to wait for a new year. You know, whether it's every day, every week, every month, if you want to flit in and out of certain different plans and see what works for you, that's totally your prerogative to do so. And I think that everything I've been doing is just teaching me and moulding me about how I'm going to go forth and how I'm going to really have the most success with this thing. So yeah, I unapologetically changing my plan slightly again, but yeah, so far it's going really well. I'm just trying to be a bit smarter about certain things, like for instance, if I have sort of a lot heavy carbs for breakfast, try and limit the rest throughout the day, just listen to my body. Yeah, so far so good. Really enjoying it. And in terms of working out and stuff, I'm very eager to get back into the gym. There's no like strict plan with it. I'm just sort of like taking it as it comes. I want to get back up into the mountains. When we were away and we did the walk, myself and Jim, it really reminded us how much we love being out in nature and doing that. So I absolutely want to be, you know, doing as much walking and hiking as possible. Looking forward to getting back into the gym and just taking any opportunity I can to up my knee energy throughout the day. I'm sat here now. I might just take a little walk around the car park or something just to kind of get some steps in or something. But yeah, I'm trying to stay mentally positive. I feel like the world is really trying to test me at the minute with just like life stuff. But I've got a lot of things going on with work, very exciting things, but also very stressful things. I'm not a fan of change, and I'm a creature of habit, so whenever it comes to anything changing, I'm a little bit, throws me off my center a little bit, but I'm sure it will all be fine. So yeah, hopefully I'll be home soon. I mean, I think what's going to happen is if the AA man can fix the problem, I think I'm gonna get towed to the mechanic, because it could be an issue that if I drive anywhere it breaks the engine, and I can't afford for that to happen. So I'm just gonna leave it in the hands of the professionals and just pray that it doesn't cost me a load of money. For those of you new here, I had major issues with the van a couple of months ago, and yeah, I don't really want another one. So fingers crossed it's something and nothing, and it is easily fixed. But I'm really excited to be back filming. I hope you guys have missed me as much as I've missed you. Let me know how you're getting on in the comments, how you are all feeling and doing, and if you are on a weight loss journey, let me know how it's getting on. If you're an intuitive eater, or you are mindfully eating, or you are calorie counting and you're thinking about it, let me know your thoughts about it in the comments. And if you have any tips or advice, please send them my way. But yeah, hopefully catch up with you all soon with a fixed van. So I am now home. The time is 5:30, and the AA man couldn't fix the van, so we dropped it off with my mechanic. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he will get round to looking at it tomorrow and it won't be another massive expense. So yeah, very eventful day. I mean, in these kind of situations, I always try and think of like, it could have been a lot worse. I could have broken down on the motorway. I couldn't have had like AA, or my phone could have been dead, all these kind of things. I do actually get quite sort of anxious about phoning up companies. I am a little bit socially awkward sometimes, and I was a little bit freaking out about the potential of sitting with a stranger while he took me home, kind of thing. And yeah, I don't know, sometimes I can get a bit freaked out by that, but I feel like I handled it pretty well, and I'm just trying to remember that I can only control the controllables. It's outside of my control. I don't know what's going to happen, don't know how much money it's going to cost, so just have to deal with it as and when, you know, I have the information. There's no point in sitting here crying and worrying about the potential, because it's all speculations at the moment. So the time is now 5:30, and all I've had today is my breakfast and the banana that I had on the way home. So I'm not overly hungry, but I think that's probably because I was a little bit anxious about what was going on, a bit stressed out, and when I'm in that sort of like in that headspace, it kind of takes my hunger away a little bit. But I am going to start making dinner for myself and Jim. And last night we had a really delicious chicken tikka masala. I just picked up one of these flavour, what are they called, like jar sauces, and cut up 2.5 chicken breasts. They're not massive, they're like, I'd say reasonably sized, but I did want to add in a little bit extra protein, and then just use some whole grain rice in the rice cooker, because I'm terrible at cooking rice in a pan. I don't know why, but every time I just fail. So here's my rice, and it takes, brown rice takes about half an hour in the rice cooker if you're gonna do sort of like 2 cups worth. My battery's flashing, so I'll be quick with this. But apparently it's because when you convert whole grain rice into white rice, you take out that hard exterior shell, and that's why it cooks a lot quicker. So yeah, I'm just gonna get cracking on with my dinner, maybe put on a podcast or something in the background, and just try and like take a breath and just unwind a little bit. So just finished dinner. Jim's washing up. Say hello, Jim.
Hello.
Hello.
Doom and gloom.
It's not doom and gloom. It's not too bad. Well, hopefully. We don't know yet. We'll see tomorrow. But on a more positive note, dinner was tasty. Very, very yummy. And I am going to finish off what's left of this Yeo Valley lemon curd yogurt.
If it couldn't get any worse.
It's amazing.
It doesn't sound it.
Oh, it's delightful.
I don't think I like lemon curd, and I hate yogurt.
I have a confession. I used to like absolutely live off this stuff when I was in uni.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I've got me Tony's chocolate.
Jim has this, which I might steal a piece of, but if I do have some, it will only be 1 or 2 pieces. Jim, you can hold me accountable to that.
Well, we'll see, because she said to a woman in the shop, I wish I had someone to tell me no.
There was a little girl wanting to open a bag of dairy milk buttons, and her mum was like, no, you're gonna wait until after tea, or wait till we get home or whatever. And I was like, I wish I had somebody to tell me no every time I picked up a bag of Cadbury's buttons. And Jim said you do.
You do.
So
You
we'll
just
see.
you don't listen to him.
We'll see. But yeah, I'm planning on having this and probably finish off this little punnet of, well, I say little, it's a massive punnet, isn't it? Finish off these strawberries.
And this week as well, on another note, I'm going to do your bike up. We're going to go cycling. Yeah.
That sounds fun, yeah.
I've already done my bike up. I've already been around the block. And it was really good, actually. Grand.
Grand?
Yeah.
Is that the common theme of your bike ride?
Yeah.
Grand.
Grand day out.
And that's probably going to be it. Might have a cup of herbal tea of some description. But I'll just, like I said earlier, I've been just writing down, keeping a note of what I've been eating. So as I'm doing a mindful eating thing, I've not got any calories or anything to share with you. What were you going to say, love?
Do you find, is it working well, this new way?
Well, I've lost 3 pounds since yesterday. So
how long are you going to give it then? Are you going to give it a, like a...
I'm going to give it a, well, I'm hoping to give it a couple of months and to reassess.
I think that's good.
I've not said like that I'm going to never ever go back to counting calories, but for now I've definitely started noticing things that I was doing before when I was counting my calories on macros, and I've noticed possibly where I've been overeating sometimes, or eating bigger portions when I've not necessarily been as hungry, but because I've got like 600 calories left for my dinner, I thought, well, I might as well have.
Plus, you've got to remember, you know, you haven't drunk since before Christmas.
You
haven't had a drink or smoked, so there's a void there. You know, it's very easy to sort of, especially if you've got like a history of eating, you know, like eating disorder as well, isn't it? That to get sort of like, to stop one or two things and then to dive straight back into the thing that you know.
Yeah.
Your mistress kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I think you're doing alright.
I think I'm doing okay too. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying a bit more time. I'm enjoying not having to sort of like, I like the fact that I can just think, how hungry do I feel? And also try and listen to my body and what I'm craving, and like think of what I have actually eaten today.
Listen to the fog.
rather than just thinking how many calories have I got left, I'm thinking how hungry do I feel, which I think is a hugely different thing, because if I've got quite a lot of calories left over, I'll probably think, well, I'll have a bigger portion of rice or a bigger portion of whatever, whereas now I'm just trying to think, just give myself a little portion, and then if I'm hungrier later I might have something else, but just trying to be conscious of what I'm actually eating. I'm being a bit more conscious of what I'm eating as well, rather than thinking this thing is this many calories and this thing is this many calories, so go with what's going to fit into my...
Well, you might have no choice soon if we have to pay another £2 for the van, because we won't have any money for food, will we?
I'm sure it won't come to that.
Let's hope not. That's a very full bin.
Otherwise we might be having beans on toast. Beans on toast.
Billy Bob's bastard beans.
Yeah. Not even the Heinz. Do you know this? Oh, you're going to take the bin out. I won't say
it stinks. I'm
gonna. So yeah, I'll just quickly read through what I've actually eaten today. So I had an oat milk coffee when I first woke up, and then I had some granola and strawberries with oat milk. I had a banana on my way home from my, well, hair appointment and getting stuck. And I have just had chicken tikka with wholemeal rice, and I had 1.5 poppadoms as well. I feel like I've pulled something in my shoulder, it's quite sore. I'll obviously add this and my strawberries, but I have actually been really trying on an evening to be really conscious of what I'm having and try and have a bit of a cut-off point. So I'll probably say to myself, I'll have my yogurt, I'll have my strawberries, I'll have maybe a wind down tea, herbal tea, sleepy tea, and then I'll just be like, that's it now, I don't need anything else. If I'm really hungry, last night I was feeling quite peckish. I had my chicken tikka and then I had some of that yogurt, and I had some satsumas, and afterwards my tummy was still a bit grumbly, and I thought I am actually a little bit hungry, so I just had some blueberries. So I'm trying to think like that rather than reaching for the biscuits. I'm trying to think of that hack, that bin hack, where people are putting the bin bags in wrong. To do something and it's easier.
Hey?
My bin hack is that you do the bins. So.
How could you put a bin bag in wrong? What kind of a world do we live in where you've got to watch a video to show you how to put
no, it's like them things where you like, you don't realise you've been doing, there's an easier way to do something.
Oh, there's a bit of a hack that seems as though it's better, but it isn't.
Like, I'm sure he puts like, I'm gonna have to find it and I'll show you. But you think, oh my god. I like them ones where people are putting the, I'm not gonna talk about the toilet. Never mind. Yeah, because I was gonna say, I'm preempting what you're gonna say. That's what I'm doing. Because I'm talking about, you know, the things you get for the toilet and they've got like the little hook on them,
yeah.
And people hook them over the rim of the toilet seat, but you're actually supposed to stick them up in the little hole where the water comes out. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Sorry that it's not been exciting. I've basically just been spending most of my day.
Do you know what?
I
feel as though oh yeah, that were a bit of stress, wasn't it? That, hey, it's over now though, eh?
What are you gonna say? You feel as though
we're gonna make it exciting next time. We're gonna do some. Oh, tomorrow. We've said that we've no vehicle and everything's screwed in it. So. And
I got some vouchers for a little sort of cafe type thing in
Queen Teas.
So we're gonna go and have we're gonna go spend them vouchers because I need using tomorrow morning. We're gonna walk down, might film tomorrow and bring you with me. There's something I'm gonna say. Nicola's got you quite a few lyric things, but I want him to do them to tomorrow's video. So Nicola, if you're watching, I've told him and we'll do them tomorrow.
Yeah, I wondered where that had gone.
And if anybody else has any more lyrics for Jim, if you don't know the game, if you leave some lyrics in the comments, please also leave the band and the song so that I know, because I'm not as good as Jim, so it's going to be a nightmare if I don't know. But leave some lyrics in the comments and in tomorrow's video we will answer them.
And before we go, what are these lyrics from? Right?
Oh, okay.
This is a gift, but there is a price. Who is the lamb and who holds the knife?
Let us know in the comments. If you know, don't Google, no cheating. Let us know. So yeah, I hope you're happy to see me back. I hope you're happy that you saw this video. And if you have watched it, I really hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have not subscribed, if you haven't subscribed,
get on with it.
If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe because it makes us happy and we'll send you some happy vibes. And until next time, we hope that you stay happy, healthy, and well.
Yeah.
Bye.